Hey everybody, I picked up a new pistol. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P Pro Core in 40 Smith & Wesson. Picked this up from an online dealer in a trade for that FAL of mine. The main difference between the standard series M&Ps and the Core series is this is a competition optics ready equipment model. You'll note the significantly raised sights. You notice this plastic cap right here that has two screws in it that if you carefully pop this off, this will accept various different micro red dots, including Trigicon RMRs, your Doctors, or your Burris Fastfire, your Leopold Delta Point, and various other ones. Smith & Wesson was kind enough to include multiple different plates and screws to accompany that mounting. You notice because of the milled slide here, you can access your firing pin safety a lot easier with one Allen screw instead of drifting the rear sight off. These are the newer revised palm swells. Again, you get three. You get a small, medium, and large. Takedown is still the same. Twist this, pull it off, move it up, swap it out for the next one. So far liking the small one for my hand. This supposedly has a different sear in it, the Performance Center sear. The only other M&Ps I have to compare this to are ATEI enhanced triggers, so I can't say much, but this pretty much has the same kind of gritty trigger most factory ones do. You can kind of hear it right here. Supposedly that's easily fixed. So here's just a simple trigger pull test for the stock weight. It's right around 6 pounds 2 ounces. It was 6 pounds 6 ounces that time. About 6 pounds 6 ounces again, so it's a little over 6 pounds. It's not bad. It's a little longer of a trigger pull, but 6 pounds isn't horrible. It could be 8 or 10. So here's our take up. Just going to break right about there. The major downside to this is the reset on this one. There's no, you get that noise, but it's not as prominent as most resets are. And if you don't pay attention and you listen for that first click, you're not engaging the reset there. You have to almost go a little farther. I've been told there's an updated slide release that gives you a more tactile reset, because like I said, right there it gives you the noise, but it doesn't reset until right there when you hear the second noise. Like I said, this is 40 Smith & Wesson. They give you a nice case, two 15-round magazines. Standard capacity on the 40 Smith & Wesson is 15+1. And on the 9mm, 17+1. All steel mag body with plastic follower and plastic base pad. One very positive thing I will say about these magazines is they load very easily to full capacity. Normally, like my F&P 45, 15 round magazine, you get down there to the 12 or 13th round and it gets a little hard to get the last two in there. These are both really easy to load all the way to full capacity, and you get a little bit of extra oomph towards that 15th and 17th round, but other than that, they load really easily. Magazine release on the M&P series is fully ambidextrous. Unfortunately, you have to swap from side to side. Very easy to do. I have mine set up for left-handed because I am left-handed. You get a little bit. You get a textured cover there. It is plastic. Of course, for us lefties, ambidextrous slide stops as well. Takedown on this gun, kind of like your XDs and some of your SIGs. Slide lock, flip the lever down. Now inside here is a little yellow lever right here that you can push down if you do not want to press the safety, or you can push this down if you do not want to pull the trigger, releasing the slide. Here's that lever again, this little yellow one right here. Push it down and you won't have to pull the trigger. I really don't care either way. Like I said, you just have to pull the trigger if you don't use it. Here's the standard configuration. One little neat thing I noticed, that when you are reassembling the gun, the takedown lever will snap back into place when you pull the slide back. It's kind of neat. My biggest gripe with this gun so far, after putting 150 rounds through, it's still the trigger. I've heard they do get better with time. One thing I did notice is I bought a 9mm conversion barrel that I'll show you a review of next. The only problem I'm having, and it's not the gun, it's the magazine followers, is I've got some 9mm magazines. They must be old stock, and they don't have this new beveled edge on the left hand side of them. So sometimes if you load an empty magazine in there, you can see that it sometimes wants to push past the of course it's not going to do it now. Wants to push past the slide stop. It won't do it on this magazine. Do it on, and the mag won't drop free, and you got to strip it out of there. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I've read this pretty much a follower issue, so I'll contact Smith & Wesson to get some new followers for my magazines. And of course, if anybody was wondering, the M&Ps have a fully supported chamber, so you shouldn't get any Glock bulges. If you look at that snap cap inside that barrel, you see that the entire case is well supported. I'll roll some shooting footage now.